Prince Harry has been fighting Murdoch, his papers, and his conglomerates for a very, very long time, and he won big. Murdoch's companies are not known to apologize, and he's got some very, very scandalous papers, right, including the U.S. Sun and whatnot. And Harry has been saying for a very long time that they were intrusive. They did a lot of illegal things, hacking, etc., in order to get information about him and his family, and that they had been stalking him ever since he was a literal child. So there was a settlement, a last-minute settlement. Rupert Murdoch's companies pushed for it. Harry wanted to go to trial, but they made him a really good offer. So he got a 8-figure settlement. So reports are saying it's north of $12 million. And then, of course, they're paying his legal bills as well. And Harry got the apology that he was looking for. And we're going to get into what that apology was as well. And on top of that, he is still pursuing them criminally. So people are saying, okay, he's settled. Now it's all going to go away. No, him settling is just the beginning. Trust and believe that this is going to go further than that. And Harry and his legal team made that very clear outside of the courtroom when they were announcing his victory. Okay. His lawyer's name is David Sherborne, and this is what he had to say about the victory. And I quote, "In a monumental victory today, News UK have admitted that The Sun, the flagship title for Rupert Murdoch's UK media empire, has indeed engaged in illegal practices. This represents a vindication for the hundreds of other claimants who were strong-armed into settling without being able to get to the truth of what was done to them. After endless resistance, denials, and legal battles by newsgroup newspapers, including spending more than £1 billion in payouts and in legal costs, as well as paying off those in the know, to prevent the full picture from coming out, News UK is finally held to account for its illegal actions and its blatant disregard for the law. It has also specifically admitted wrongdoing against Tom Watson and admitted unlawful acts by The Sun, as well as by News of the World, against Prince Harry. The truth is that has now been exposed is that NGN unlawfully engaged in more than 100 private investigators over at least 16 years on more than 35,000 occasions. This happened as much at The Sun as it did at the News of the World, with the knowledge of all the editors and executives going to the very top of the company." Oh, Harry, kudos to you, because the way that these people continue to disparage him in the press, drag him, all sorts of things, smear his name, smear his wife, smear his family, his children, everything, in order to intimidate him, try to get him to back down, shame him, everything, right? He still persisted. There were about 100 other people, victims, who were part of this lawsuit as well, but they eventually dropped off one by one because either A, they didn't have the money to continue fighting, or B, they were intimidated. But Prince Harry saw this through to the very, very end. And so, he came out victorious, and I congratulate him. He got them to admit that what they did was illegal, and he still wants to pursue. This was civil, but now with the admission that they were engaging in illegal activity, he and his team are turning their sights towards criminal court. And I think that is going to be very, very explosive as well. So his lawyer, Mr. Sherborne, continued on to say, and I quote, "The rule of law must now run its full course. Prince Harry and Tom Watson join others in calling for the police and Parliament to investigate not only the unlawful activity now finally admitted, but the perjury and cover-ups along the way. It's clear now this has occurred throughout this process, including through sworn evidence in inquiries and court hearings, and in testimony to Parliament until today's final collapse of NGN's defense. Today, the lies are laid bare. Today, the cover-ups are exposed, and today proves that no one stands above the law. The time for accountability has arrived." So, and this is not the first time that Prince Harry has won a lawsuit against the press. Like he's been doing a pretty good job over the past couple of years of winning, and this is why they continue to smear him. They hate that he is fighting back. His brother, Prince William, was also a victim of hacking and all sorts of things, but he never wanted to pursue things legally. And this is something that Prince Harry spoke about in his debut memoir, The Spare. He said that Prince William was a victim and he settled, or the papers offered him, it was only £1 million, by the way. And he just decided to move on that way. But Prince Harry has a different kind of approach to all of this. He's got more of a fighting spirit. And so he said, no, like, what they're doing is unjust and they need to pay for exactly what it is that they've done. I'm not going to like sit here and accept it. And I really do applaud him for what it is that he did. Like, it's not easy, right? When you are being attacked by people who shape people's perceptions of you and who have made it their mission to have people hate you and to see you as a bad person, when what they've done to you has been illegal and that they have victimized you since you were a child. You know, like the vitriol that he and Meghan get is just so sad and disgusting to see. And it's yeah. Anyway, listen, congratulations to you, Prince Harry. I'm glad that he got the money. And more importantly, I'm glad that he got the justice and he got an apology, not only for himself, but on behalf of his mother, Princess Diana, as well. And I think that the royal family was trying to distract from this by having Kate Middleton do some sort of pap stroll yesterday. And if you pay really close attention, you'll notice that they do this all the time. Anytime something is happening for Meghan or Harry, what happens? They trot out either William or Kate or the both of them. So for example, Meghan's Netflix show was supposed to premiere on the 14th of January, I believe it was. And then what did they do? On the 13th, Kate, who was absent for pretty much an entire year, she suddenly pops up, you know, to do some sort of an engagement. And then the day after, so Kate was on the 13th. On the 15th, you've got William, who too was absent for pretty much an entire year. All of a sudden, he's ready to work too, right? It was very, very blatant. And then they go back into hiding. We get the news that Prince Harry won his groundbreaking lawsuit. What happens? Kate pops back up again. You know, they're always doing these little things that really, really show you that they truly are in bed with the toxic British press. Okay, you guys. And I find that to be very, very, very disappointing. And I love that, Petty LaBelle. I love that. Just like I love your username. And I have to tell you every single time you pop on up that it just tickles me, Miss Petty LaBelle. Right? Harry truly does fight for his people. He's a true man. His father and brother ain't crap. Whoop. Yup. We see way too much of the royals without them volunteering anywhere or earning their keep. Exactly. Did I say inbred? Oops. I didn't even hear myself say that. My bad. It must have been a true Freudian slip because I don't even remember saying that. Oh, Lord, listen, I might need some water.